Hey everyone, Couch Investor back in our Tesla weekly video for today. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far. So in this video, we have a lot to go through, numbers out of China, out of Europe as well, some comments with regards to future plans for Tesla, future expectations as well for Tesla, the company, and Tesla, the stock. And then as always, at the end, we're going to have a look at Tesla, the stock on a technical basis. Remember, the coming week, we have CPI, PPI report, Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaks as well. So that might make or break the market. But overall, retail, all investors shouldn't really care that much about macro. It just makes for maybe a better entry to your position. Now, first things first, the numbers out of China. So first up, we have here the Tesla sales numbers for November in China. Those were 65,504. Year to date, that's up 34% over the same period last year. And year to date, that's also 121% of last year's total. As for the wholesale sales, so local sales plus export for November, that number came at 82,432. Then looking at the exports, the CPCA reported 16,928 exports out of Giga Shanghai. The model mix was 71% Model Y, 29% Model 3. Then as for the weekly insured numbers out of China from the week November 27 to December 3rd, they reported 17,400 registrations. That's up 3% quarter over quarter, up 35% year over year. And of course, we continued that uptrend that we've seen in the last couple of weeks. So that's great. But as you can see right here, the Model 3 Highline sales are still flat each and every week. They came in at 3,387, so still no growth there. But Model Y continues to grow. One of the last things here with regards to Tesla China, I saw this announcement and everybody was pretty happy. So Tesla announced that the Model Y standard range is sold out in China for 2023. While of course this is good news, don't forget that we're very close to being in 2024, so it's not that surprising. Then there was a report that came out from Car News China. Tesla prepares for Giga Shanghai Phase 3 expansion to produce $25,000 vehicle. So Tesla is planning to restart construction of the third phase of Giga Shanghai factory, which is dedicated to producing a new $25,000 vehicle, according to local media. Also remember that in April, Tesla has announced it would build a new energy storage factory in Shanghai with an annual output of 40 gigawatt hours, starting production in the second quarter of 2024. Of course, with the report of phase 3, whether or not that will be launching the new Model 2, let's say the cheaper model for Tesla, remains to be seen until we get an official announcement from Tesla. And then we've got Troy Tesla. He's pretty accurate with his prediction. So for Q4, he estimates that the delivery numbers will be 882,000. Analyst consensus sits at 883,000, which would mean that this year, 2023 total, will exceed that 1.8 million by just 6,074 vehicles. Of course, some will be happy, some will be maybe less happy because, well, the expectations was 1.8, so I was expecting 2 million. Remember, 2023 is still a year with high interest rates, high inflation as well. It's not like the economy has been incredible for people to start buying new cars. No, I think meeting that target by, even beating it by just a little bit should be good enough. The real question is, what will be the number for 2024? If you're asking me, I have no answer. Now, before continuing here, if you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, would really appreciate that. If you enjoy this type of videos, if you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 US stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. Now, moving on to Europe, especially actually the UK here. So they reported 1,648 Tesla sales and 1.1% market share for November. Year to date, that's up 15% over the same period last year, and we're now at 81% of last year's total. As for Germany, they reported 4,923 Tesla sales, 2% market share in November, that's up 14% over the same period last year, and here we're also at 85% of last year's total. As for Belgium, they reported 1,480 Tesla sales, 3.9% market share, and here year to date we're actually up 311% over the same period last year, and we are at 306% already of last year's total. Of course, there are more countries that reported their sales. I highly suggest you go follow Piloli on X. Then we had this announcement, which shouldn't really surprise the Tesla investors that have been investing for quite a while, seeing that the best idea to short in 2024 is actually Tesla, according to, of course, none other than Tony Sacconaghi from Bernstein. So he has an underweight rating with a $150 price target on Tesla, which is 40% less than what the stock is today. It's been like this for quite a while. He never really understood the Tesla story and has been wrong for many, many years. So he sees a material decline in near-term delivery and revenue estimates from Wall Street analysts over the coming months. This is a comment that focuses on the stock, not on the business, by the way. Then he says here, at a fundamental level, 2023 has been a very difficult year for Tesla, with 2023 EPS around down 50% consensus estimates at the start of the year, yet amazingly the stock has nearly doubled so far this year. Yes, remember, we started the year for Tesla on a very bad note for the Tesla stock, closer to $100 because the stock crashed, 60% or so at the end of 2022? So I'm not surprised that the stock has more than doubled. He continues by saying here, to stimulate demand, Tesla had to dramatically cut price in 2023, and we believe it will need to do so again in 2024. Now, if you've been watching these videos each and every week throughout the year, you see the business, right? You see the numbers from the business. You're not focusing on the stock. And the numbers the business has been showing us week after week, month after month, quarter after quarter. I mean, 2023 has not really been such a disaster year for Tesla. Yes, price cuts happened, which means margins have come down. But look at the environment, high interest rates, difficult macro. Tesla is still making money. Tesla is still launching new models. Tesla is still expanding its footprint around the world. What other car maker company can stay the same? Not that many, I would say. Also, he seems to forget that Tesla has an energy side of its business, a side that is growing much faster than the automotive one, a side that has higher margins currently than the automotive one. But hey, let's disregard that completely, right? Okay. Moving on here, nice little interaction between Jim Farley and Elon Musk. It was reported by, I believe, Haggerty, that Tesla had sent a PDF file for the 48-volt architecture to other CEOs. Jim Farley here posted, should I say, on X. They weren't joking. We received the document today, dated December 5th. Thanks, Elon Musk. Great for the industry. Elon responded here, you are welcome. Jim Farley responded again. Great to read the document and realize that our next-gen team has been on a similar path. Let's work together to help the supply base move into 48-volt future as well. I mean, the partnership between, or the relationship, should I say, between Ford and Tesla is really something to look at. The others that aren't really following suit, well, too bad. Moving on here to some internal Tesla news. We had the news that Tesla Dojo supercomputer project lead Ganesh has reportedly left the company and will be replaced by Peter Bannon, a former Apple executive and director at Tesla for the last 7 years. He will be leading that project. Moving on to more expansion news. So apparently Tesla executives looked at industrial estates in Thailand, according to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister said here, I went out of my way to entertain them so they would fall in love with Thailand. They are looking for 320 hectares of land. Again, we've seen these stories come out, monthly now, whether it's Thailand, Indonesia, some other countries around the globe. We will wait until there is official confirmation from Tesla itself. Remember, Tesla has the opportunity to expand even during difficult times because it has so much cash on its balance sheet. The others cannot really do that. And remember, good companies become even better during difficult times. Moving on to some news out of the United States. So the Tesla Model Y jumped to second in new vehicle registrations in the United States, overtaking the Toyota RAV4. Through the third quarter of 2023, Experian reports 2.5% of all new registered vehicles were Model Ys. Number one here is still Ford F-150s at 3% of new registrations. And so we've reached the end of the video. We're going to look at the graph right now. Fourth straight week of being green. RSI here still pretty neutral. We did rebound a little bit over the 20 and the 50-day moving average. Right now, we're sitting quite comfortably at around $243 or so. 200-day moving average still sits at $230. Again, watch out next week's CPI, PPI report and Jerome Powell. Maybe we will need the support of the 200-day moving average. If I'm not sure we're going to get, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get any rate hikes or cuts. But what he says during his speech will be extremely important. If that's dovish or hawkish, that will make or break the market. Again, I'm not here to speculate what happens in the short term. I'm looking at the company for the long term, and with Tesla, it's still a very, very long-term play. So that will be it for this video. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.